What's up, everybody? Just type in chat if you got any questions or anything, and I'll reply. I'm gonna be working on some Earthbound 64 models, going through. I'll also show a couple. Start off with Lucas. I'm really proud of Lucas because I worked really hard on him. Yeah. Let's see. I'm also getting some reference images. So, yep. There's a really great website called Mother64 on Weebly. Highly recommend it. Here it is. Right here. This is a great website. It's basically an archive of all Earthbound 64 stuff. It's really, really amazing. Yeah, so like this is where I get most of my stuff from, because it's just the largest archive of Earthbound 64 stuff. Like, they got concept art. I base a lot of my stuff also off of what concept art exists. So, let's see. Yeah, so like I've memorized the whole history of the entire game. You have to kind of know these things, because it comes up. So like there's different time periods of when the game was in development. So like, for instance, this was some really early stuff, which I don't really count because that's when supposedly Ness was in the game when he wasn't. So there's that. Yeah, like Ness was only used as a placeholder. But later on, like, so this was the Nintendo 64 disk drive version where things looked a little more refined, and it was like in the first stages of the game. And then right here where you have these pictures are actually just from the regular cartridge game. So there's a difference in graphics and models and stuff. And you got concept art and stuff. But yeah, so this is my Lucas model that I've made. I've tried really hard to keep it with the aesthetic of the low poly. Even the textures, I've gotten really pixelated and stuff. And some things aren't just like a regular texture, like, I mean, just a color. So like the hair is actually a texture, which is nice. Yeah, and like the shoes and stuff. So that's Lucas. I've been just, as you can see, I have like a ton of, models and stuff that I've worked on. Let's see. Here's Flint. I think his texture I gotta sort out because his face is all weird. Yeah. I've been meaning to come back to this one. So like the eyes are all weird, which I don't like at all. So I gotta come back and fix all of this stuff. It's not very good at all. The model is just not the texture. I just need to fix the face texture. That's all. This was like the first one that I created, which I'm still really proud of. I like. If anyone has any questions, please put it into chat. I will answer them 100%. Can tell you about anything about Earthbound 64. I probably know. Probably. I don't own the game or anything. I wish I did. Here's Boney, because apparently he's like a meme. So there's only half of him right now, and that's because I use the program Maya, and with Maya you can duplicate things to create the full model. So really only have to create half of a model, and then I just flip it over, unless there's some sort of change. So yeah, that's Boney. He needs textures. Right now he's just got flat colors on him. And then I have reference images sometimes. This is actually from a magazine that I found. Really hard to find image. Not a lot of people have actually found it, and it's the side view of his head. I know the character is really ugly, but I don't know. I think there's some sort of charm to him overall. I don't know. It's that early polygonal stage, which I think is nice. Let's see what else we got. I got Duster. I'll probably maybe do a texture for Duster. He's really cool. I like him. His design is very weird because I have to go off of pictures from Earthbound 64, and there is not a lot of Duster. So right here, technically, this is Duster, but he is not. This was not the most updated and current version, so a lot of people were freaking out. Well, not freaking out, but this isn't the final version of Duster. Think of it more as a beta version, and it's pretty ugly. The actual version of Duster is seen in where is it? He's right here. That's him. But there's only only a couple of good photos. Let me see. Here it is. Yeah, so this is like the really good image of Duster, which is sad. But yeah. So I guess I'll get on to modeling. I think the character I'll model today will be... How about... Oh, I don't know. We could model Salsa. Salsa's a fun character. There he is. So now we're just gonna... grab this image. And we begin the modeling process. So let's switch over to this view and import image, desktop, and I have a lot of images. So his head shape is really weird, but it's something doable. I do have facade, but I'm not. He's still really a work in progress. He's really basic. I'm not too happy with him. So yeah. All right. Also, the music is the Mother 3 remastered, like 2-hour-long video. So, yeah, go check that out if you're interested. I'm basically going to be pretty silent, I guess. So I'm just going to focus on modeling, and you guys can watch. Let's see, where's some other images of him? There's not too many. So there's like that one. There's another one. Yeah, I can't get really a good view of him. So there's like a lot of guessing. But I try and stick really close to the source material. Oh yeah, and if anyone's wondering, I use Maya. If there is any characters that you want me to model, please tell me. Yes, monkey. Gotta love the monkey. Right now I'm creating his ear. It's really rough right now. I might start over with the head mold. I don't know. It's not coming out as well as I'd hope. sometimes have to draw three-dimensional shapes out so I can figure out exactly. I can't figure out exactly what the nose is. Okay. I will be right back. So, stick around. Sorry about that. Chinese food. Hey, thanks for subscribing. All right. This is the nose. It's like, it's an interesting shape because I can't. It's kind of like a triangle, but it's not, because the Nintendo 64 loved triangles and it's for polygons and stuff. But it's like, it's a cube. It's like a cube, but it's not, because they have to pull off roundness in different ways, so. One more second, guys. I'm back. So now we're going to check to see how well it is once we duplicate it on both sides. So that obviously looks terrible. So that means we have to go back and fix some things, because this looks, well, it's not the worst, but we have to fix it. So, yeah, I think this is pretty good. For those who are watching, please, I don't know, say so in chat. I'd love to know. Because really, these models are for the fans, you know? It's to please you guys. It's there so we can enjoy Earthbound 64 somehow. So please, post something if you like it. Because I'm going to keep going. What's up there, Luffy Josh? Oh yeah, the Earthbound 64 track, battle track, one of the best. If you disagree with me, please. Why? Why? Oh yeah, this track. One of the best. Give me 1 second. Alright, I am back. Let's keep this ball rolling. Not liking the body too much. There's something off about it. Hopefully you could tell that I was trying to compare the body to this one, where he's getting shocked. I think this part needs to be smaller. I think what this needs is another one of these. There we go. His feet are really weird. Let me see. All we need now is for Monkey Delivery Service to start playing. His legs are too long. Now the tail is something that's actually really easy to do. It's pretty simple, which I am glad about. So we're going to add a little stub right there for the beginning part. And then actually the tail is actually made up of cubes. But they're like this. Is that 45? 45 degree angle. It's just like 2 strips. Alright, let's see how this works. This is probably gonna... Yep, that's gonna cause problems. Because now those are connected. Dun, 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 dun. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to try and put them into this position, and if it looks almost identical, then that means we did a good job, or I did a good job. So, and if it doesn't, we go back and we try and fix it until we can get it as close as possible to the picture. So already this is starting to not look very similar. For instance, the body is too big. So that means it's smaller. But let's keep going. So we're getting there, but it's not close enough. The body needs to be way smaller, and so does the feet. I think the arm's okay. They could be a little slimmer. The head is pretty alright. So body and legs need to be way smaller. Cool. So this is already looking better. Let's see what this is like. looks like a super duper like buff salsa.
He's like, I'll protect you, Cremator. I got you. Get the heck out of here, Facade.
Look at these. Those are huge. Alright, so we need to fix that. Obviously. By the way, go join the Kumatora cult. Just like, go out there and do it. If we can get enough support and get like recognized as like actually something, that would be amazing. Because I don't know, if like other people started noticing us besides Earthbound fans, that would be pretty cool. Because that's just, once again, that's just another way to bring awareness to Earthbound and Mother 3 and stuff, which would be, actually specifically Mother 3, which would just be kick-ass. Alright, I think this is pretty good. Let's try this now. Still might be too big. That's crazy. I'm planning to do some Earthbound videos actually on this channel. Earthbound 64 videos. This game is just, I don't know, it's got a history with my life, and I really want to try and, I don't know, do something. I'm also thinking about doing some videos where I don't know, I analyze each and individual image, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions with Earthbound 64. And I don't know, I've done the research, and I've looked really deep into really old articles and stuff like that, and I have my best guesses, and I'd love to just share it with everyone, because I mean, the game, when you really do look at it, is just it's a really remarkable piece of artwork that was, God, it was cut production way too soon. I've played I've played Mother 3 7 times. I would get a laptop. I had this really old laptop in the early 2000s. And I downloaded my first emulators there. And one of the games that I was very interested about was Mother 3. So I started playing Mother 3, and I played that game twice on that computer. And then the next laptop that I got, I played Mother 3 again. And just each new computer or something that I would get, I would just play Mother 3. And I played it so many times. And then, of course, eventually I found out what, Earthbound 64 was. And I've always been fascinated with 3D games. I just think they're way cooler. I mean, okay, like I might get some hate for this, but like I like 3D games more than I like 2D games. Just my personal opinion. And when I just saw that like Mother 3 was a 3D game, I was like, why on earth would they have gotten rid of it? And of course, I looked up the development history, and it just, it just broke my heart. It was really cool. I think this is pretty close. The head could be a little smaller. Also, I think all of this could be moved back. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty much like it. I think the ears need to be fixed. So it's good. It's just body needs to be smaller and ears need to be fixed. All right, I can do that. I'm getting really satisfied with this one. I'm liking this. I will not be able to change your mind. The Super Game Bros. It is one of the best games ever. I'm actually currently playing Earthbound right now because that game, I played Mother 3 so many times, I never really got around to playing Earthbound. And I bought a Super Nintendo Classic just so I could play it. I bought it on the 3DS because I wanted to support it. But I got into it and I was like, I want to play this on the big screen. So I bought a Super Nintendo Classic and I started playing on it, and oh my god, it's so much fun. Like, Mother 3 is fun, don't get me wrong. It's like my favorite game of all time. But I love Earthbound. Earthbound is really cool. It's hard, but if you can get past some of the difficulty, oh man, you got a world of laughs in store for you. It's a really great game. So if you haven't played it, and I can't change your mind, but if you haven't played it, go play Earthbound. It is one of the best games. If you still have a Wii U, I was one of the people who had a Wii U. Go get Earthbound on the eShop. You know, even though that the Wii U is dead or whatever, if, like, imagine this, like, a Nintendo goes and they look at, like, the Wii U, because, you know, they still look at those charts, because the shop is still open, and they go, oh my god, hold on, out of all these virtual console games, people are still buying Earthbound? What? That will bring incentive, because we need to stay consistent if we're ever going to want Mother 3 to come here. Hopefully this year we'll get Mother 3. That is a hope of mine and a dream. That is a dream of mine that we'll one day get Mother 3. A true dream of mine would be to get a Earthbound 64 remake on the 3DS, but that's almost near to impossible, so... But I highly, highly recommend playing Earthbound and Mother 3. I'm actually going to be playing Mother 3 on this channel later on before the 30th anniversary. I want to 100% complete it. It's one of my favorite games. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, go subscribe to me, please. I'm a small channel right now, but I want to grow and I want to start doing lots of Earthbound stuff. And of course, I'd love to continue doing more modeling. I do this in my spare time, and you know, heck, if I can just do this and you guys like it, then That's all good for me. So I really like this model, actually. And this is the point now where this is tedious, but this is what we have to do. And it's we have to UV map, and it's a little annoying. It's not too exciting, but we're gonna continue, and it's gonna look great. Because actually, you know what? Here, check this out. So we can start actually picking out colors. So what I do is let's see, assign new material and ambient. So I start actually assigning colors to kind of color code the character to see kind of how generally it would look. So it'd be around there, but brightened up. And now we can start assigning these colors. So they're not actually textures, but they're something. Let's see, so the face would be... Gonna want to make this lighter. Let's see. Lighter. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting to it. So like I said before, this is just color coding, but so we can actually see what it could look like with textures before I make the textures. This is really helpful in the modeling process. Yeah, we do that, and we make a new material, which will be the purple. I always thought Salsa looked better in Earthbound 64. I know he's like weird, and he's got like weird polygons and stuff, and I know a lot of people think that the Earthbound 64 characters just look so freaking ugly, and I understand that. I get that, but I don't know. You got to realize it was for the time. I'm pretty sure if it was GameCube, it wouldn't have looked so bad. So you can't really. I don't think you can really make those types of criticisms. Wow, look at that. That looks good. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that looks great. Oh, no, that's missing. Yeah, I'm liking that. See, it's really starting to come together. And that's what the beauty of this is that I just really like. It's so cool. Oh, man. All right, so now we're going to UV map. But first, we're actually going to save our project because I have not done that yet. And that would suck if I lost all my progress right now. If my spelling's incorrect, I apologize because I suck at spelling. It's called dyslexia. Anyways, so all right, so now we're gonna UV map, which means we grab all of this and we make it one model, and then we go to UV and UV editor. So you can't see it because I have dual monitors, but I just opened up this thing, and it's basically the UV map, and I'm going to delete all of this because that is harble garble, which I won't understand if I'm going to UV. So I'm going to slide it back over, and I'm going to continue. So what actually now we do is we're going to go over here and back to object mode. We're going to go to faces, and we're going to delete the entire half of this model, just like that. Except for this will become a problem, but that won't because it's easy to color code, so that's not too big of a thing. So yeah, if you've been sticking around since the very beginning, I showed off Boney and he was cut in half, and that's because what you do is once you have your model and you have it fully textured, you just take them and you mirror them, and boom, there's your model, and it'll copy the textures, and it's really easy that way. So now we're gonna go to UV. We're gonna automatic UV. So now the UV looks like this. So those are all the different pieces, and then basically I just have to sort through them, see which parts, like the face, that I want specifically textured, and focus on those. So I'm gonna get to it. So let's see. Do UV shell. So I know, and this was helps with the color coding, since I know that all of this is going to be one color, and well, not one color, but it's basically going to be one texture. I can just group all this together, which is one of the glorious things about. Okay, so we can't do that one. We can do this one. We can do that one. No. Yes. And that one. So those seem to be all the purple parts of the model. And then the skin color ones will be here, here. Oh yeah, well actually I want that to be eyes, so drag that up. So I just gotta check to make sure all these pieces are here. Yep. And yep. Alright, so those are all good. So that's the face. So that needs to go over here. So think of it, if you ever played with Legos as a kid, think of it as kind of like sorting bricks. Yeah, okay, that's one. That really helps. All right. So yeah, okay. So it looks like the only texture he has is on his face, which means right here, here. So it's kind of just like. All right, okay. So we're focusing out this section, and we're going to cut it. So this will be the main section. We're going to sew that together. So now the UV is just going to be this section, and that's where his eye is going to be. And we'll create one eye texture, and then it'll flip over to the other one once we duplicate it, which will be nice. So, and then this is one other texture, which is awesome. So where's this one? Cool. It just looks like garbage over on the UV sheet, so what is all this? It's the ear. Why is the ear over there? Oh, that's not good. That's not very good at all. All right, well, I'm going to have to pause for 1 second, so I will be right back. You just continue enjoying the music and my model. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back. I'm gonna get this UV'd, and then I will have to sadly stop. But, if you follow me on Twitter and subscribe, I will generally keep you updated for when I do this again. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna finish basically UV mapping, and then I'll have to call it a night, sadly. Okay, so that's part of the foot, hand, and other hand. Okay, so those are all skin color. And then, let's see. That's part of the head. Okay, so that's all purple stuff. Purple. Where's that piece? Get over here. Also purple. So this is going to be really cool because I'm going to UV map it. And actually the UV is going to be really easy. It's partly why I picked salsa for this. Alright. So it's actually funny how I do my my UV, like where I actually get my textures. To get them like really low poly and stuff, like not low poly, but like low quality textures, I use the I use the stock paint program from Windows. It really just gives the best type of detail, which is really bad detail. Because I'm not looking for good detail. I'm looking for what looks like it's from the Nintendo 64. So actually, I'm going to delete this part of the UV. Not the actual face. Just the UV. And then I'm going to do camera based. We're going to optimize it so it will look like this. And this part is his cheek, which it's gonna have a little bit of blush to it, so the question is which side is which I should probably take it from a top-down perspective. UV camera based. Oh, whoops. There we go. So really, he only has like 2 textures that are like really specific to him, which would be his cheek and blushingness, and his eye. The rest is just skin color and purple. So pretty crazy. All right. Just about to show exactly what I've been doing, because it may seem weird because I'm just like randomly doing stuff. Oh yeah, you can see. So yeah, that's the UV. So the sections with the bigger squares means there's going to be less amount of pixel detail, and then the ones with smaller squares mean there's going to be a ton of detail. So the eyes and the cheek are going to be the ones with the most detail. Huh, how odd. Alright. So this is basically what I've done. So this part that's going to be the eyes, that's going to be the cheek. All this is going to be purple, and all of this is going to be skin color. That's basically what I just did. So, all this is going to be purple? Yes. Skin color? Yes. 2 face pieces? Yes. Oh, that's not connected for some reason. We want that connected. We're going to want that connected. Oh, yes. This is one of my favorite songs from Earthbound. The remaster did it really, really well, which I am very happy about. Oh, wow, okay. So we need to do top down, camera based. Actually, you know what? We should just. Dang it. UV shell. There's that one. Camera based. Yeah. So, right. I think we're almost about ready to start doing actual textures. He doesn't really have a mouth. I mean, he has it here, but like, does he have it actually in any of the pictures? Where you can actually see him? I don't. You can't really make it out right there. I guess not. I mean, I'll put a little line, I guess. There's nothing there, so it's like, I guess I don't. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and so this is the UV, and we're gonna select everything, and we're gonna call this. Let's see, desktop. Where's Earthbound? Earthbound 64. Textures. So save that. And it's going to be 500 pixels by 500 pixels. Hit apply. Now we basically created an image. So let's go check it out. So I use paint.net for my texturing. Oh wow, I haven't looked at the chat. Your website you're getting fixed doesn't seem to work. Oh, thank you so much. He's actually purple, but not pink, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, UV mapping is a pain sometimes. But, yeah, sorry about that. So many people I think have come and left and stuff, so. Let's see. Earthbound 64. Textures. Salsa, here he is. So this is what the UV map looks like. I am really fast at UV, so check this out. Gonna invert colors, and let's open up desktop. Let's grab some of the actual colors. I don't feel right to use like colors that don't come from the actual images. It just feels weird. It's like it's not exact. And oh, actually, I do want to use this paint program because this is what's really cool. So let's see. Let's open up that image again because I do want to use the image. So this is like the crappiest paint program on Windows, and I have a very good reason to use this, and that is if we can get rid of this. All right, gonna resize this pixels by 64 by 64. Oh wait. Cool. So now it's 64 by 64 pixels. Gonna make that, and then we're gonna make it slightly darker. Gonna add that one, and these brushes are really what helps. So I get crayon and I just go and like that. So now there's like this kind of texture. It's like a fur texture, and I grab that. We go back to our paint program, and that's how big it is. And we just stretch it over like that. I'm really lazy because I don't know. It's it's not the correct way to UV stuff, but whatever. And we're just gonna pixelate that here to about around 4 seems right. So now it'll give it a little bit more detail to it. Yep, yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I love it. It's so... The paint program is really great. Alright, so now let's go grab the skin color. So here, I think is generally... What you gotta remember is that there's rendering here on these images, so you have to brighten them up a bit. So what they actually look like. And this is just really simple because there's not really too much detail. There's not actually any detail with Salsa's actual skin, besides it just being one kind of generally flat color. And now for this. So the eye is kind of like this oval shape with eyebrows. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, good song. So I haven't really found a really great way to do eyes yet. Like, I'm having a problem with Facade's eyes. But, okay, so it's a very thin line. We're talking like one, I'd say it would probably be more like a dark version of this rather than anything else. So it's probably not going to look too good. I have a lot of hard time with doing the eyes correctly. So that's just a problem. And not that much. Yeah, so that'll be the eye. And then eyebrows will just be a darker version of that. Just position this right. Maybe add a little bit more thickness. It's not going to be the best. I'm not the best at textures, but I can do at least something. Better than nothing, am I right? And there's a whole process where I have to go through and do it again and jump back and forth to make sure I get it exactly what I want. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it to be the closest thing I can get it. Yeah, that looks unnatural. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I'd like to move the eyebrow down a bit. This is gonna look really cool once I actually put it into the engine. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of pink. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the skin color and I'm gonna make it a little pink. And I'm gonna do it with the brush. So like that probably, because that's from the top. Something like that, and then oh shoot. So that's the problem. You gotta keep creating more and more layers. So right about there. And now we're gonna go grab that skin color. gonna blend it because it looks weird if we don't. And by blend it, I mean pixelate. Same thing with all of this. Actually, we're just gonna... Two is usually good. This is gonna look really weird because I don't have this really blended too well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna redo this. That's better. That's gonna look 10 times better. So yeah, that's the UV map. Just save that, and the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we go back to our engine, or we go back to Maya, and now we're gonna put the thingy back on. So we're gonna assign new material. We're gonna do ambient, and we're going to go and grab that texture file. Where is it? Salsa, here it is. And now we hope for the best and pray that it looks good, and we press 6. And it looks terrible, because this is what happens. It looks really terrible. Yeah, God, that looks terrible. Then again, it's supposed to look terrible, so... It doesn't look... It can use work. Let's put it that way. But this is what happens. It doesn't... Yeah, see, that's just freaky. But at least we're getting somewhere, and that's the point. And actually, because it will look better if I do the shading. Yeah, it makes it look better, but the eyes are all the eyes are all wonky. Oh man. So that's actually simple to fix, and that's the problem I've been having a lot. Is the eyes are they keep coming out weird. So we're just gonna... Do we need to make them bigger, or... Yeah, we need to move them back and make them bigger. That looks terrible. Oh, that means the pixels are going to get stretched out again. And I don't know if it's going to clip it or not. So, once again, we hope for the best. And we're going to pixelate it again, so the pixels will look better. Actually, you know what? That looks fine. And click save. All right, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It looks better. It looks better than before. Also, I think I need to turn this more red than anything else. Yeah. That's generally how I make them. Let's keep screwing around with this and see if we can get it right. So I think we need to... Do we want to turn them? So there's a gap, but there's like not that big of a gap. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna move that down slightly. And should we turn them? Yeah, we should probably turn them. I think it might look just, and just turn it just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. It'll look so much better. And I need to make this more red than pink, because that's what it has. Yeah, it's more of like a reddish color. Actually, you know what I should do? And this is something I can't believe I didn't. Dang it, I can't believe I forgot about this. What I should do is I should get this color, where it's like a pinkish. Where it's the blush. It's what the blush is. I think that will be a good color to use. And we're just going to make it translucent. And we're just going to... because we gotta make. I gotta like think 3 steps, 3 steps back and 4 steps forward and stuff. So, okay, so we can remove that. Actually, you know what? No. Yes. Oh man, this is so confusing. Okay. So I'm guessing. Oh, I know. Perfect. Perfect. We'll do this. Copy that. Paste it. And then we will do this all the way. And then we'll take this. See, what that does is it overlays on top of it, so it'll look like it's translucent, but when it's not. And then I didn't think this out. I didn't think this through. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. See, I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. Alright, we save that and try again. So it's looking better. It's definitely looking better. The eyes need to go and probably a little further. It's these little tiny details you gotta keep like going back and forth. This is what takes up really most of the time. It's the fine tuning to make sure that it looks like it's supposed to. Let's try that. I'm just gonna save it to see if that's even in the ballpark. Yep, that's in the ballpark. And we should turn them. So, do we turn them this way? Let's find out. No, that is the wrong way to do it. So we're gonna go back, and we're gonna turn them the other way. Save. Go back. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. So now we're going to do distort. We're going to pixelate. Perfect. And we're going to fill this up with the rest of the stuff. Final stretch. We're on the final stretch. Nope. Final stretch, everybody. All right. I think that looks pretty good. This looks good. We're going to save. There we go. We're getting there. Well, this looks really good, and I actually think this is a really great stopping point. There's work to be done, and I'll continue doing that, and I'll live stream it. So if you subscribe to me, follow me on Twitter, I'll post when I'm doing it, and just come and watch. Be great. You can even make suggestions of Earthbound 64 characters, and I will make them, because I'm eventually going to make every single character, and I'm not going to stop until they're all done and they all look amazing. So, thank you so much for watching this live stream. Yeah, I'm going to continue doing stuff like this. Oh, see, I need to fix his tail. There's work to be done, but I'm going to have to end it here. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys have a good night.